Hello and welcome to Cooking with Ulfgar. We're cooking with me today, which I just randomly decided to do. Alright, so we got some water on the boil. You can see the salt in there. There's a lot of salt in there. He's just maxed out. And then I just got a pound of burger and onions and threw them in there. And that heat's pretty high too. I need to destroy this beef before I do the beef. Before I squash my beef. It's always good to just throw in a bunch of salt. And some red pepper flakes. Just get a bunch in there. And pepper, if you can find it. There's the pepper. I found it. Okay. Alright. Now we squash our beef. Kind of froze in the middle because it was frozen. You gotta cook it all. This is the easiest way. You just smash it. This is the 80-20 burger from the store. I didn't saute the onions first. I probably should have, but I didn't feel like using oil, and I'm already planning to use the fat from the burger to make a roux. So basically make gravy, cheese gravy, basically. All right, I'm actually gonna turn up the heat. I'm gonna put a lid on it too. I don't know how to cook. I just do stuff. There we go. We're cooking now. All right, water's boiling, so I'm gonna turn that down. I hate electric ovens, but that's what I have. And I've been in a small shell move lately. I know there's a ratio of pasta to water, but screw that, right? I mean, it'd be a little bit higher, and we already put salt in there, so screw that. This, on the other hand, is I'd actually already turned it down some. It was on like 9. But we need to like stir this stuff. We need this to be as fine as possible. This is very difficult to do. I'm very bad at aiming the camera. Just stab it all. Just smash it. Just smash it, you know? Just smash it all. Look at those onions. Look at that. That's a big one. That's called Nightcrawler. Hello, dog. How you doing? You smell food? You smell food? Yeah, you do. All right. We's cooking. Just smash it, you know? You do actually want to, like, get the beef ground up some, because I didn't, like, mix it at all. So it's, like, it's really gross texture if you get, like... Come on, lift up. Alright, it's really gross texture if you get like the ground beef texture. I don't know, you like want to smash it together kind of. Too much. There's too much over here. I need to stir that. La 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 la. La la la. Stir the pasta. Stir the pasta. I'm not going to set a timer. Timers are for wimps. I like it overcooked anyways, so who cares? You just do this. You just keep doing this. You just keep smashing, right? Alright, so while that was cooking, I know it's boiling. I should stir this again. I cut up some cheese, some very sharp cheddar cheese, not the shredded stuff actually. I didn't have enough of it. I was going to use it, and I didn't have enough, so I decided not to use it. So I cut up this cheese with a knife because I've been living by myself for 3 years, and I still haven't bought a cheese grater. Meanwhile, the burger, it's kind of brown some. These onions are brown, so we're good to go with the burger. So now what we need to do is I need to get a tablespoon and put some flour in here. All right, here's tablespoon 1. Here's tablespoon 2. I honestly don't know how much. I got 80-20 burger. Here's like half a tablespoon. We'll throw in another one. There we go. Okay. I need to mix that together. The grease and the flour combined. Alright, I'm a genius and my phone died, so we're gonna continue now. Alright, so while my phone was dead and I was charging it, I moved that off of the heat. I chopped up the cheese some more, because I wanted to do that anyways. But the phone dying kind of threw time off. So the flour and the grease combine to, I don't know if that's the actual roux, or if that's the, I don't know, it's basically fat and flour together. So whenever you add like milk or water or whatever, I don't know, it's the way it chemically binds, basically. So, I don't know, it's some sort of magic that lets you make cheese sauce. And if you don't know how to make a roux, or you're curious about them, watch Alton Brown do it, because he explains it. The other thing, add your cold water to your mixture. I'm putting in a cup for now. Actually, no, not water. Use milk. I don't have, I don't have milk, though. So do this, and it should thicken up and be smooth. If it's not smooth, that probably means that the flour and the butter didn't cook together. Again, I'm not an expert, but this should thicken up some. Trying to heat up a little bit. I had it down on like 5. Add a little bit more water. We're going to be adding cheese. I turned the heat up. Okay, so I may have actually added too much water, but also at this point the meat is like cooked. I can eat the meat right now. I'm just basically making gravy in it to throw in with the cheese. Throw the cheese in and the noodles to make macaroni cheeseburger, which was the original plan. And the key thing is to have the burger brown some so that it like caramelized. Get the whatever stuff. Get the onions cooked. Alright, so now we're gonna add the cheese. You're not supposed to add all the cheese at one time, but I want to, so I'm gonna try doing this. Nope, I can do it. I can do it. There we go. And that is why I like this cutting board. There we go. And then there's some over here. Okay, and then you gotta stir this together. You wanna make sure you stir the whole time, or else the cheese won't melt properly. So you just stir. I'm actually need to turn up the heat some. This cheese was really frozen because I turned my fridge down because I was supposed to make this yesterday, and the beef that I had to make yesterday was bad, so I turned my fridge down to be colder. Alright, so I know I just said to stir that, but while we're doing that, I'm going to strain my noodles because they're very inflated. Alright, so I just drained the noodles and poured them back in. You can see I'm not very good, but whatever. And this is very yellowish, grayish, which is good. I use very sharp cheddar cheese because, I mean, you want cheese flavor. And since we're doing like a sauce, you don't really want it to be sticky, right? So my phone's camera is weird. It's like zoomed in. I don't know how to make it not be zoomed in. Because the camera for taking pictures is zoomed out further. Like, I don't know. If I had, I don't know. It's like ×2 zoom. There's no way to zoom it out more. Alright, so you can see I don't see any more. There's some cheese chunk there. But we pretty much got all of it. I'm going to turn this down now, basically to simmer it. I don't want it boiling. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, I think all the cheese melted. So now, I mean, you can keep your noodles separate because, I mean, honestly, that will keep longer because then this stuff will stay by itself. And then, I mean, if you wanted to, like, I don't know, put on rice or something weird, but whatever. I just do this. There's some stuff in there. I'll get that out after the video. I only have one hand right now, so. Alright. And then you just mix the nom-noms together. And voila, you suddenly have food that's better than Hamburger Helper. Once it's, oh my goodness. I'm gonna eat all of this in like 2 hours and then feel terrible. Next time we're making pizza.